Okay, it's a really horrible day and I'm going to show you how to open up your wool. So I've got this gorgeous hand-dyed wool and I just need to tilt the camera down, 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 down. Forgive me for wearing pajamas. Pajamas are best. Alright, so I already started opening up this wool. And the full width of the wool is about this wide, 2 big hands. The wool comes out of a carding machine and it's all been combed, so it's all of the fibres are going in the same direction and it comes out like a big, I really would like my hands not to be overexposed, but it just doesn't seem like the camera wants to do that. So look, wool comes out in a big sausage and then it naturally collapses on itself, and sometimes it collapses like that. Ugh. And what we want to do is we want to open it up and then we want to open it all the way up to that big handspan. So one way to approach it, which is quite probably the best, most relaxed, is just find the seams and open them. There's a nice big seam. I'm opening it and I'm letting the air in, and the air is naturally, because of the fibres are frizzy, they naturally let a lot of air in. There's that lovely seam. I'm opening it up. Ah, such a feeling of satisfaction and the simple pleasures of fibre. Now, when you make felt, one of the first things that happens is you discover that your vision is just not going to come out the way you wanted, because you don't, in the beginning, understand all the mechanics of the fibres. But over time, it becomes second nature, and you start making pieces that are perfect. And that's when you start to look at that. Just little, sometimes the fibres flip over and you start to wish you were making the mistakes that you made when you were a beginner. So don't, even though I use the word mistakes, don't think of it as a bad thing. Think of it as a good thing. Because felt making, I wish I could say that spiritually it changed me, but the truth is I learnt to understand that the fibres have got their own rules and they're pretty consistent, and that what you think, what the mistakes that you see, because I used to see all my mistakes in the beginning, are actually kind of beautiful, and you'll start wanting to put mistakes in. I mean, a lot of advanced felt makers, they do that on purpose. They deliberately put in holes and folds because they just add so much life to the work that you're doing. So what I'm doing here is you're just opening these fibres up and letting the air in. And if you find like holes like this, oh, not even an issue. Just open it up around the hole, open it up, and what will happen is that you will eventually be opening things up and you'll just be evening out the fibres so that it comes to a section about this wide. So just for the purposes, so the way I would really work is I would just slowly, I would sit down in front of the TV or with some nice music on, and I'd just work away at opening this up and letting more and more air in and finding those seams to open. And then over time, after a while, I'd end up with this beautiful, big, soft tube lovely, I mean, this fibers are about 19 microns. They're incredibly fine. They're so gorgeously soft. It's just such a pleasure to work with. So that's step one. I'm gonna spend some time just opening this up, letting the air in, stretching it out till I've got a piece about that wide.